My world imploded the day I overheard my wife on the phone. I was working from home and she thought I was on a call. Her voice was hushed, but I caught snippets. He has no idea the policy is active, and soon we can be together. My blood ran cold. The policy. She'd just convinced me to double my life insurance, saying it was for our family's security. Now her words painted a much darker picture. For weeks, I'd noticed the changes. The late nights she claimed were work dinners, the secretive texting, the way she flinched when I touched her. I'd tried to ignore the gnawing pit in my stomach, chalking it up to stress. I loved her, I trusted her. But hearing that phone call, everything clicked into a horrifying new reality. The woman I'd pledged my life to was not only cheating on me, but was seemingly plotting with her lover to cash in on my death. My first instinct was raw fury. I wanted to confront her, to scream and demand answers, but a chilling thought stopped me. If they were truly planning something sinister, blowing my cover could be dangerous. I had to be smart. I had to play their game, but on my terms. So I put on a mask, pretending to be the same oblivious, loving husband she thought she knew. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Every smile felt like a lie. Every I love you tasted like poison on my tongue. I started gathering evidence. I installed a discreet voice-activated recorder in her car and set up monitoring software on our shared computer. I needed proof, something undeniable that would stand up in court. The waiting was agony. Every day was a tightrope walk, balancing my act of ignorance with the frantic search for truth. I barely slept, replaying her words, her lover's name mark. I learned from the recordings, over and over in my head. The recordings were brutal. I listened to them planning their future, funded by my life insurance. They mocked me, calling me naive and clueless. Mark was an old friend of hers from college, someone I'd met a few times and never suspected. They weren't just having an affair. They were meticulously planning my accident. They talked about tampering with my car's brakes, or a mishap on my upcoming solo hiking trip. Each recording felt like a nail in my own coffin. With a hard drive full of damning evidence, I contacted my lawyer and the police. We devised a plan. The hiking trip was the perfect opportunity to set a trap. I told my wife all about it, exaggerating how remote the trail was, how there'd be no cell service. I saw a flicker of something dark in her eyes. Predatory gleam she quickly hid behind a concerned smile, telling me to be careful. The hypocrisy was nauseating. The day of the hike, I didn't go to the mountains. Instead, I was in a secure location with the police listening in. A lawyer had already filed for divorce, citing infidelity and conspiracy. The police had also alerted the insurance company, which immediately launched its own fraud investigation. The trap was set. Got the call around noon. It was my wife, her voice a theatrical mess of panic and fake tears, reporting me missing to the park rangers. She played the part of the distraught wife perfectly, but we had her. Later that day, the police brought her in for questioning. They sat her down in a stark interrogation room and began with simple questions about our marriage, about my hike. She spun a tale of a happy, loving relationship, her voice dripping with false concern. Then, the detective changed his tone. "Mrs. Evans, we have a few more questions, specifically about a man named Mark Peterson and a life insurance policy you recently doubled." Her face went ashen. Confident mask shattered, replaced by pure, unadulterated panic. The detective then played a short clip from one of the recordings, her and Mark, laughing about how easy it would all be. The color drained completely from her face. She was caught. In the end, she and Mark were arrested. They faced a slew of charges, including conspiracy and insurance fraud. The divorce was swift. I got to keep everything, and more importantly, I got to keep my life. The betrayal cut deeper than I can ever explain, but exposing their plan brought a sense of justice I desperately needed. It's been a long road to healing, learning to trust again, but every new day is a reminder that I survived. I took back my life from the people who tried to steal it. Thanks for listening to my story. Stay safe out there, and always trust your gut.